Hi everyone, and welcome to DevLab by HackerJob. We're really excited to have you with us today. Before we get started, we're just going to wait a couple of minutes just for other attendees to join, but thank you to all of the early birds who've got here nice and quick. We've got a great day lined up for you all, and we're going to kind of introduce some of the speakers and the sponsors as we go through things. Just wait, as I said, we'll wait a couple more minutes just for some more people to fill up, and then we'll do some proper introductions. So for those of us who don't know us, my name is Phil Kell. I'm head of talent at HackerJob. Possibly seen me on some of the webinars or podcasts that we do. And I'm also joined today by some of my fantastic colleagues from the marketing team. If you'd like to introduce yourselves, Daisy, why don't we start with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. Lovely to be introduced. My name is Daisy, or Days, and I am Head of Marketing here at HackerJob. I work on the team that essentially brings you all of these kind of events, lots of great content, podcasts, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, really looking forward to today. And we will be kind of sharing out kind of links and things like that later on. So please make sure to kind of, share the event far and wide. I will be moderating a couple of the sessions today. So I will be moderating digital transformation at a leading UK establishment with Sanjay Jairaj from Tesco. And I will also be moderating health and safety at the engineering coalface with Hassan Akhtar, who is a software engineer at Funding Circle. Both are going to be fantastic sessions. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned, and I'll see you later today.
Great. And Frankie?
Hello, everyone. I am Frankie. I have been part of the HackerJob family now for almost 5 years, along with Phil here. I've recently joined the marketing team as customer advocacy manager, so predominantly working with ever-growing client community. Today, I am going to be moderating talks this afternoon from Greg Beach, Principal Engineer at the InsurTech Scale-Up Zego, and Ryan Neal, who is Tribe Engineering Lead at BT. Yeah, we've got some really fantastic talks lined up today, so I really do hope everyone enjoys DevLab. DevLab is something that I have been excited about for quite a while, and it's great to finally see, our first engineering conference in action after all these years. And so, yeah, I really hope everyone enjoys today.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, Ehi.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ehi Grace, but please do call me Ehi. I'm super excited, just like everybody else here, to be at DevLab. A lot of work has gone into this, and we have some really amazing talks, so thank you for joining us. I'm the marketing executive here at HackerJob, and I'm super enthusiastic about all things digital, all things writing as well, and a lot of the digital transformation we'll be looking at today. And I'll also be moderating a few talks from Efwa Akumani and Jennifer Opal as well, so please stay tuned.
Fantastic, thank you very much. And we're going to be your moderators for today's event. We've got a fantastic lineup of speakers for you that should be appearing on your screen right now. So as you can see, at 10 o'clock, we have Tech for Good, Digital Services and Refugee Integration with Alexander Swan, Georgiana Hall and Charlotte Moore, all from the Home Office. And then at 10:50, we have My Journey into Tech and Scaling Azure Cloud Services from Efua Akumani, Head of Tech and Training at Coding Black Females. At 11:50, we have Driving Innovation through InsurTech with Greg Beach, the Principal Engineer at Zego. And then continued at 12:30, we've got How GitOps Makes Us Better at DevOps with Ryan Neal from the Tribe Engineering Lead from BT. Apologies. At 1 p.m., we have The Importance of Being an Ally with Jennifer Opal, a DevOps engineer from HelloSign at Dropbox. At 2 o'clock, we have Embracing Uncertainty with Dan North, the originator of BDD. At 3 p.m., we have Inclusion and Exclusion in Software Engineering with Adrian McKenzie, Director of Software Engineering at Serum. And finally, to round off the day, at 3:35, we have Digital Transformation at a leading UK establishment with Sanjay Jairaj, Head of Software Development at Tesco. And then following that, we have Health and Safety at the Engineering Coalface, Hassan Akhtar, Software Engineer at Funding Circle, and we'll be closing things off at about 4:35. So we've got a packed schedule for you all today, plenty for you to get your teeth into. We'll be covering all sorts of topics, as I've already kind of touched on there, including embracing uncertainty, DevOps, Azure, Clojure, event-driven architecture, and so much more. So I think there's a little bit for everyone, regardless what your walk of life is and what your role is in tech. It's going to be a jam-packed day, as mentioned, full of inspirational chats, demos, and everything in between. And none of this would be possible without our fantastic sponsors. So before we get into it, just want to introduce some of our sponsors. So we're sponsored today by Tesco, Zego, Funding Circle, LexisNexis Risk Solutions Group, Home Office, and BT, all of whom are actively hiring on HackJob. So if you do hear any nuggets of information throughout the day that really kind of stand out, then certainly we'll be happy to get you in touch with any of these brands. If you're looking for a new role and you're interested in anything that our speakers say today, please make sure to sign up. We're going to add a link into the chat for everyone and see if there's anything of interest for you on our platform. Plus, don't forget, all of our brilliant sponsors have got virtual booths that you can visit today. They'll be available throughout the day to talk to you about opportunities available at their various organizations. So if you have some time, make sure to visit them, say hi, and ask any questions that you may have. So if you want to just have that quick introduction beforehand, find out a little bit more, feel free to drop in there before committing to kind of getting fully into process. But that's enough about HackJob. I now really want to get into DevLab itself and the reasons why we started it, before kicking off with our first fantastic talk from the Home Office. So why did we start DevLab? It's been a lot of work, and it's been a fun journey. I think it's the first conference that we've done as a business, but it's something that we thought was really important for a long time, something that we've really been keen to focus on and try and find ways to give back. So it started off with really wanting to kind of give back to our community. At HackJob, we have a community of over 250,000 software engineers and IT professionals, and we've spoken to all of them in some form or another, either individually, through surveys, through emails, and we've been genuinely interested in what you want from a community, and how we can kind of best serve you, and what it is that we can be offering back other than the traditional solution, which is obviously helping people just to find that job. And what we found is, particularly during the pandemic, people had missed that connection, essentially. People missed going to live events, speaking with their peers, and hearing from the best in the industry. And I think it's something that, we all missed out on a little bit during the pandemic, that social interaction. Yes, there were, lots of opportunities to do maybe some self-learning, self-study, but that peer-to-peer kind of learning via osmosis is something that we really missed out on. So we sort of tried to think, how can we create some events? How can we create some series like the podcast, like the webinars, and like today's conference that can help to try and give back to the community? If you're already part of the HackJob community, you'll know that we create and host a variety of online events, as mentioned, all of which are free to attend. But we decided this year that after a period of uncertainty, with more on that later on from one of our keynote speakers, Dan North, we felt it was only right to give back and put on the engineering event to end all engineering events. And so DevLab was born. Obviously, our amazing sponsors have provided some fantastic speakers, as previously mentioned, but we've also listened to who and what our community are looking for, which is why we've also made sure we get a trio of fantastic keynote speakers in the form of Efua Akumani, Dan North, and Jennifer Opal, all of which come from various different backgrounds, various different walks of life, different journeys into tech, different journeys throughout their careers. So we've got some really good perspectives from all sorts of sides of the coin to go on with. You'll get to hear from them throughout the day, so make sure to stay tuned, and they share some amazing insights for their career journeys and things that they're currently working on. Now, just before we kind of really kick things off, there is a quick kind of bit of housekeeping. So throughout the day, you'll be joined by either myself, Daisy, Ehi, or Frankie, as we introduce you to our fantastic speakers and moderate the sessions with any questions at the end. Please don't forget to ask as many questions as you'd like, and anything that we don't get round to, we'll be sure to answer after the sessions have taken place today. We will be able to follow up via email with any, particularly burning questions that you do have. And as mentioned, we do have those breakout rooms where you can sit, go and have a chat with any of our sponsors. Just a reminder on who those sponsors were, just in case they pique the interest. We have Tesco, Zego, Funding Circle, LexisNexis Risk Solutions Group, the Home Office, and BT, all of which are available for chats throughout the day in our kind of virtual meeting rooms. So please do utilize those if any of those companies stand out as somewhere you'd like to find out a little bit more about. Although feel free to sit back and obviously take in the talks throughout the day, as I appreciate these might be the things that really kind of pique your interest in these brands. So if you have any questions at all, please do drop them into the chat on the app, or you can email them to hello@hackerjob.co if you prefer, and one of our team members will get back to you as soon as possible. Great. So we are there or thereabouts in terms of getting set up with our first talk, which, as mentioned, is from the Home Office. So in a few minutes, we'll be joined by Alexander Swan, who is a senior developer at the Home Office. We'll be joined by Georgina Hull, who is a QA test lead at the Home Office. And we'll be joined by Charlotte Moore, who is a user research lead in the Policy and Innovation Lab at the Home Office as well. So nice variation there in terms of our speakers from various different disciplines within the Home Office. And I think they're going to give us some fantastic insight into what it's like to work there on a day-to-day. And of course, they'll be around to answer any questions you do have at the end of the session. So as previously mentioned, any questions you have, get them into the chat or get them over to hello@hackerjob.co, and we'll do our very best to get them answered live on the session. If not, we will follow up with an email afterwards. We will send out recordings of the session, so if you do miss any, you'll be able to kind of catch up in your own time afterwards, and we'll try and get back to as many questions via that email as well, so that we can make sure everyone gets the information that they need from today's sessions.